Yo, what's good, Commander Spubbington people? I'm going to start up a new series here. It is called Daily Deck Profiles. Let me show you a bunch of deck profiles from ancient history. We're talking GOAT format all the way up into hat format. And as you've seen, I literally have over 100 decks built at the exact same time. So forgive me if sometimes it's a weird rarity or it's like a speed duel on it. I do try not to have speed duel cards, okay? Alright, we're kicking it off first with GOAT format. This is just my GOAT format deck. We got one Luxac Soldier, Envoy of the Winning. One Air Knight Harshath, because we don't want to draw too many, it's a bit of a brick, and we just like discarding it to bring it back anyway. Two Kaiku the Ghost Destroyer, because some people thought that they were gonna run Chaos and beat GOAT. Well, I'm sorry, buddy, but this card right here beats you. Also, having a beater in GOAT's really nice. We got one Ashura Priest, just a nice beater, gets rid of tokens. We got Breaker, because, you know, spell trap removal is sparse, and goddamn do you need it. We got Tribe. This Tribe is broken. We got DD Warrior Lady, because DD Warrior Lady is broken. Two Tsukuyomi as outs to Thousand Eyes, but also just to set monsters. You can then hit them with no mana crossout, get rid of them. It's all in all just a good card. Comes back to your hand, sets your Magician of Faith. So many applications for this card. We got an Exiled Force just to get rid of shit, because removal on GOAT is very useful. Got a Sangan, because you gotta have a Sangan. Got an Apprentice Magician and two Magician of Faith. We're only running one because we don't want to draw too many, because you do want to be able to get them out on the field. If you have too many, you'll be slowly setting them, and it really just slows down your game. Magician is the best card in GOAT because there's so many good spells to get back. Serpent, because, you know, you just gotta have it. A lot of decks run this. We got a Spirit Reaper because, you know, sit there and not die, and then when it's time to go in, you just start taking cards out of their hand. He's a real asshole like that. Moving on to the spells, we got the three spells that every GOAT deck runs. That is Dual, Pot, and Charity. I think there's like one or two of my GOAT decks. I have 32 GOAT decks built right now that doesn't run all three of these, but of course they're going to run these two. Yeah, they're just that good. That 2 double mana crossout, almost every deck also runs this. This card is insane, so good in GOAT format. We got Heavy and Mystical Space Typhoon because we need our spell trap removal, and there are such limited resources in GOAT. We got our equip spells that every deck runs. It's Snatch, Steal, and Premature Burial. 2 Scapegoat because we are playing GOAT Control. And we're going to use Metamorphosis with that to bring out Thousand Eyes and all that shenanigans. Got 1 Creature Swap, 1 Lightning Vortex, and 1 Book of Moon for Tex. Book of Moon, self-explanatory, super versatile. Lightning Vortex gets rid of big fields and monsters you're going to deal with. Creature Swap, you can give them an Ashura Priest that goes back to your hand afterwards. Give them a Magician of Faith you flipped up. Give them Scapegoat tokens. A lot of people aren't ready for Creature Swap, and it's a permanent steal, so it's kind of busted, honestly. Going on to the traps, we got Ring of Destruction, Call the Haunted, and TT. These are the first traps I put in any GOAT deck, and then Mirror Force comes next. All limited. I got 2 Dust Tornado because spell trap removal is super restricted in this format, and I like having it. 1 Magic Drain. People don't expect it. It is nice. Even if they do discard a spell to negate this, you still hit a spell in a GOAT format. Spells are pretty damn popular. Not to mention that later in the game, they're probably not going to have a spell to discard, so this is a free negate of a spell card, which, as I said just a few seconds ago, is the most powerful kind of card in GOAT format. Moving on to the extra deck. Fun fact, GOAT format did not have a limit on the extra deck. So I'm just going to show you things quickly, like obviously 3 of these. Hopefully you can get some ideas for some cards to run in GOAT format. This wasn't released in English until much later, but if you're a true Yu-Gi-Oh player, you don't give a fuck. You play with everything available to you, which includes the OCG cards, again like this, which wasn't released until much later in TCG. And I've got a bunch of fucking tokens. Alright, if you liked what you see, subscribe, because we're going to go through 32 more GOAT profiles. Various decks, mostly not meta, because there's 32 of them. There's not 32 meta decks in GOAT format, I'm sorry to say. And once I'm done there, we're going to move on to the Synchro era, and then a bit more on to the XYZ and Hat era, where we're going to leave things off. So if you're ready for over 100 deck profiles, subscribe for Daily Deck Profiles with Commander Spubbington.